What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572 Return Chance. Today's October 16th, 2024. We're going to hop on do a market watch. We're going to be starting off with looking at Rage of the Abyss. We already gave you time to set over the weekend. Hopefully, if you guys did dig into some boxes, you guys pulled pretty good. It looks like Mo Charming for Wallows is still holding up around like the $130 price point. It did come down from the $150 price point it was at during pre-sale. But right now we have it at 135, 135, 137. It's under 140. I was hoping to get these around like 120, 125. That's what the lowest I seen them at actually, but I slept on them. And so now I'm just waiting for them to hopefully drop down. I'm only going to pick up two because I'm going to be using them as a cross-out designator target. Usually when I play hand traps for cross-out designator targets, I play them at 2. So I only need 2. But yeah, I'm hoping they drop down. Let me know how you guys feel about Mo Charming for Follows. What price point are you picking them up at? Are you getting them right now? Dominus Impulse looks like it's getting a buyout for its quarter century Seeker Rare. It's at 173 right now. It was market price 156. We have Fualos dropping down in price right here for the quarter century. It was pre-selling around $500. We have a damaged copy of 300. Yeah, please don't get that. And then we have 406. So it dropped down to the $400 price point. Do you guys think it will reach that $500 price point again? Let me know. Deception of Sinful Spoils 100. We have Lacrima at 80. Heart of Blue Eyes quarter century at $50. Then we have Dominus Impulse being the second most expensive Seeker Rare in the set. It is holding around, let's see, it was selling for $40. I probably should have copped them then. But right now we have it at $60, $59.97, basically $60 price point for Dominus Impulse. Really good card in my opinion, better than the last Dominus. It was a Dominus Purge, it was a Dominus card. Because this one I feel like you could use in more decks. This one says you cannot activate the effects of light, earth, and wind monsters for the rest of this duel if you use this card from the hand. So yeah, I think it's a really good card. I wanted to pick it up, but unfortunately I slept on it too. I slept on a lot of cards on this set, hoping they would drop down in price, but they did not. Ultimate Dragon of Pride and Soul, it's at 20 listings. We have it at $53. We have some more quarter century Seeker Rares right here as well. I feel like a lot of these are going to drop down in price, so I will hold off on picking up the quarter century Seeker Rares. So we're just going to be taking a look at some of the other cards aside from the quarter century Seeker Rares. We'll come back to quarter century Seeker Rares once I feel like they have dropped down to like their lowest price point. But if you guys want to come in and check these prices for the quarter century Seeker Rares out, you guys can. I just don't see anything that's like worth picking up that could shoot up like in price too much. Deception of Sinful Spoils at 54 listings. This is for the Azamina archetype. I believe it's a 3 of. We have it at 54 listings, currently around like the $50 price point. Pretty expensive, but there's Azamina engine. I feel like it's gonna do pretty good out over here in the TCG. So we'll see. Maybe this card will increase in price later on. What else do we have? Have we had an event with this yet? I don't think we've had an event yet, or any like regional with the cards being legal, because it was just last Friday when this set was legal. So we'll see what happens this upcoming weekend. Fire King Courtier Okanex at $18-ish. I feel like this one's going to drop down in price a little bit. I've been wanting to play a Fire King Tri-Brigade build again and wanted to pick this card up for it. But we'll see if it drops down a little bit lower. Heart of the Blue Eyes, $10 right here. Giant Mimical at $7. The Mimical stuff is actually pretty good. I was actually playing against my brother last night. I built a Marince's deck. I'm trying to stay budget, so I built my Marince's deck, and he actually kicked my butt. So yeah, Mimicals are pretty good. Maybe it's just my deck that sucked, but the new support does make them a little bit more playable. Lacrima, the Crimson Tears, looks like it's sitting around like $5 price point. How important is this card? It's a new Fiendsmith card, right? Yeah, it's part of the Fiendsmith strategy. Let me know how important this card is and if you guys are using it and how you guys are using it. It's only at $5, so it's not too expensive. We have Atlantean Spirit sitting around like $5-ish. Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon at $4. Surfacing Big Jaws, an ultra rare from the set, is sitting at the $3 price point. We have Primite Lordly Load at $3. It's a Seeker Rare, so it's kind of cheap for a Seeker Rare. Mermail Shadow Squad $2. Mimigo Charm at $2. Oh, this is a Seeker Rare actually. What does this one do? I know he played it yesterday. Once we're chained during the main phase, if a mimical monster your opponent controls is flipped face up, you can randomly choose one face down card in your opponent's extra deck, and if it is a monster that could be special summon to your side of the field, but it cannot activate its effects this turn. If it wasn't or couldn't special summon, banish that card. So not too bad. It's actually my brother actually used this card, and it's once per chain, right? It's once per chain. It's not once per turn. You can only use the effective mimical charm twice per turn. Okay, so I guess twice. Once per chain, twice per turn. So it's not that bad. Gives you, lets you kind of dig into your opponent's extra deck and make them run out of resources. So pretty good card. I think it's like a 1-of though. I think he only ran it at a 1-of. Let me know down below how many you guys are picking up. But then we have Mimigo thrown at $2. Azima, Murcielago, is that what it's called? $2. Yeah, a lot of the stuff from the set is sitting under $1 except for like the bigger staple cards like Mimigo, Fualos, and Dominus Impulse. Those are the only ones that I see holding up in value from like the secret or ultra rare department. Aside from that, oh, and the what do you call it, Deception of Sinful Spoil is also around $50. But aside from that, everything else isn't really too expensive. I guess you could say Fire King, Courtier, Okanex is kind of expensive, but I feel like it's gonna drop down to like 15, maybe 10-ish dollars. We'll see how it does. Like I said, we haven't had an event, too many events, to see how the set does or what information we could get from like tournaments or anything like that with people using these new cards. So we'll see this weekend. I'm pretty sure there's some regionals going on, and then we'll get some more information, see what decks are topping. Maybe we'll see like 6 Samurais topping, or someone using like the Zemina core in some deck that we wouldn't expected it. But yeah, it looks like everything else is under $1 past the second page, so I'll let you guys come and look at it if you guys want to. But yeah, that's just my take on this set. I feel like a lot of these prices are going to continue to drop because it's still being open. It's only been like 5 days since the set released on Friday, so it's still being open, and we'll see if more prices start to drop. I don't see Wallows dropping though. I'm hoping it reaches 125 again. If not, then I'm skipping. I'm picking up Wallows and just playing something budget. Next up, we have, moving on from Rage of the Abyss, is Mocharmy Perelia. I thought this card was going to drop down in price because of the new Fualos card. I thought that people were going to go after that, but it looks like it's actually heading up in price instead of down. We have this card currently at $60, $58.20, $61, and then $63.99. I think a couple weeks ago we did see it coming down a little bit, reaching a $50 price point, but now it's coming back up to the $60 price point, and I'm guessing that's because people are choosing to run both Mocharmies in their decks, in their side decks, just to get more, get more access to like hand advantage. So we'll see if this continues to go up. I still feel like it's gonna drop down, but let me know down below how you guys feel about Mocharmy Perelia. Do you think people are gonna opt out from using it and just stick with Fualos, or are people gonna be running both? What do we have next? The Balsar Black Witch. So this card recently got our Ultimate Rare reprint in the OTS 26 set. Looks like right now it's still holding around the $20 price point. This is for the 25th anniversary version. Let's go take a look at the other original version. It is what do you call it? It does have some more printings coming out confirmed, and Quarter Century Bonanza. So if I were you guys, I would definitely try to get rid of this card as soon as possible if you guys still have it, because it's going to drop down in price. I think in November is when the Quarter Century Bonanza set is coming out, so you guys have until then to try to maximize your profits on both of these, because once those 7 other printings come out, it's definitely going to drop down in price even lower. So I'm just giving you a warning. That's what I would be doing. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know the future of card prices, but this is just my opinion and my information. And yeah, if you guys want to take it, you guys could take it. So this Dark Magician Girl alternative art version looks like it's still holding above the $20 price point. I honestly thought that this card was going to drop down in price. I kind of invested in the last Dark Magician Girl alternative art. I forgot what tin it came out in, but it was an alternative art version that came out for it, and I was kind of disappointed because I picked it up at like $20 and then it dropped down to like $13. So that's kind of what moved me away from picking up some of these. And it kind of surprised me that this one went up in price, but the one I picked up didn't. Why? I guess that's what happens sometimes. 103 listings for this version. We had this card selling around like $20-ish, and right now we have it at $23.87, $23.88, $23.98, $23. It's a little bit lower than I saw it a couple days ago. I think a couple days ago it was around like the $27 price point. Now it's at $24, but still above the $20 price point. From my experience, I feel like this card is going to drop down to like maybe a $10-15 price point, but I could be wrong about that. So just take this information with a grain of salt. This is just my experience that I've had with Dark Magician Girl alternative arts in the past. I think right now it's just hyped up just because it's a new artwork, which is kind of how the other one was hyped up in the beginning, and then more people started to just get rid of it. So we'll see what happens. Again, down below your opinions. Nightmare Throne, this is the lowest I've seen this card at. It's 101 listings. We have this card currently at $17, $17, $16.60, $17.95, $17.95. So under the $20 price point. Do you guys think Ubel is going to get hit anytime soon? I'm pretty sure we're going to have a ban list sometime in January, but until then, I think Ubel Fiendsmith is still one of the better decks of the format, one of the top decks of the format. And so it's going to stick around for a while. And I don't think they're going to get hit anymore in January, but they could. I could be wrong. I don't know the ban list. I wish I did so I know what to pick up and stuff. But yeah, Nightmare Throne currently at $20. If you want to play the Ubel, I think this is the cheapest you could pick up the deck for, because these were once around like the $60 to $70. Could they go up a little bit? I think they can. I think they could probably reach a $30-$35 price point if it continues to do good. We do have, like I said, a new set, Rage of the Abyss, that just came out. So we'll see if anything from that set makes this deck move a little different. Salaman Great Raging Phoenix. We just got a new Fire King card, and so this card was one of the main cards used in the Fire King strategy. It was sitting around like it reached the $19-$20 price point. But right now we have it moving back up. 27 listings, $35, $35.50. $33.75, $37.99. And once these are gone under 40, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 listings under 40. We do have a wall here with 13 copies, so it's going to take a little bit to break that. But after those are gone, we hit the $45 price point down here. So we'll see if it does reach that $45 price point. Currently at 35, we do have sales around that 35, 40, 50. We have a $50 sale. 33, 32, another $50 sale. So they are selling like between like $35 and $50, it looks like. Hopefully this card gets a reprint in the Corey Century Bonanza set. That way it's more accessible to players, because it's from, let's see, Legendary Duelist, Soul Burning Volcano. Yeah, I don't know where this will get reprinted. The only place I would think is the Corey Century Bonanza set. Moving on, we have Tenpai Dragon Pydra. And Tenpai's actually still pretty good. All they need to do is clear your board and they could OTK you. It looks like it did move up a little bit. It was sitting around like the $10 price point. What do we have them at now? $13.40, $12.49, $13, and then once these are gone, we start going up to the $15 price point. So they are moving back up again. And because, like I said, they're still one of the better decks of the format. All they need to do is clear your board and then just that's it. OTK. From there, we have Cashier Unicorn I want to take a look at. Let's see what it's at. I know we took a look at this card a couple of weeks ago, but I did invest in a couple of copies of these around like $3 price point. They were a little bit higher a couple of weeks ago. I think they reached like in August they reached like the $6-7 price point. I should have sold them there, but I wanted to maximize profits a little bit. So right now we have it at $379, $388, $388, $393. So reaching the $4 price point. So it is above the $3 price point I bought it at. But it's only $1 more. I'm hoping to sell them around like $10. The Ultra Rare has 72 listings. I think these are at $5 actually. 339, 372. Then once these are gone, we hit 450, 479. So yeah, these are staying a little bit above the $4 price point, but I would go in on the prismatic secret rares just because it's technically the higher rarity, and yeah, it's just a higher rarity of the card. Destructive Dharma Cannon. I'm not sure how many of you guys have gone against Destructive Dharma Cannon, but it's a really good card. Has 2 printings. We have a Prismatic Secret Rare from 25th Anniversary Tints, and we have a Ultra Rare from Darkwing Blast. I would go in on the Prismatic Secret Rares. I could see this card making an impact this format. It says change as many monsters on the field as possible to face down defense position. Then if either player controls the face of monster, they must send off face of monster they control to their graveyard. So it's currently at its kind of lowest. I had a high price point of like $9-10. Right now we have it at $7.57, $6.32, $7.58, $6.99, $7, and then $7.25. Don't know where this card would get another reprint at, but it's just a really good card to have access to. So I would go in early if you do want to play the card before it spikes up. Again, this is just my player brain, just because I think the card is good, and I've had experiences where I can't play around it. So that's the only reason I'm recommending picking it up. Just my player brain. Your player brain might be somewhere else. 50 listings for the Ultra Rare. We have it at $7-ish right now. $7.63, $7.64, $7.99, pushing up to the $8 price point. But the one I would go after is the Prismatic Secret. That's just my recommendation and what I'm going in on. Abyss Dweller looks like the Core Century Secret Rare has started to go up in price. I know this card has been is being teched in the Rizal strategy because it's one of the better generic rank 4s available. Currently at 24 listings, was sitting around like the $8 price point, $7 price point. Now we have it pushing up to $17.92, $16.99, $18, $18.99, $19.39, $19.49. We're still like 2 months away. We're in October, November, December. We're still like 2 months away from getting Rizal strategy. So maybe like around November, this card could drop down in price if you do want to pick up the Core Century Secret Rare. But you guys don't have to go after the Core Century Secret Rare. It came out in the Rarity Collection 2 set, so there's plenty of copies of this available. You could play the Super, you could play a Secret. There's nice versions that aren't Core Century Secret Rare, but I do see it dropping maybe within the next month and then going back up when Rizal does come out. Mermail Abyss Gaios looks like it's continuing to go up in price. Does this card only have 1 printing? I could have sworn it had like an Ultimate Rare or something. Let me go back to it. Let's type it in. It does have an Ultimate Rare. So we have 2 printings for Mermail Abyss Gaios, 27 listings on the Ultimate Rare, and then we have 9 listings on the Ultra Rare. Let's take a look at the Ultra Rare first. This is a card that was once worth like $8, and right now we have it sitting at, let's see, that's slightly played unlimited. That's Japanese. I guess we start here, $55.99 for lightly played first edition. Then they move up to the $60, $65, $70 price point. That is crazy for an Ultra Rare. How important is this card to the, is it Mermail strategy? Let me know down below. I wasn't around when Mermails were, good. I know they just got some new support in Rage of the Abyss, right? Mermail, is it, or Atlanteus or something got new support? Yeah, we got some new Mermail support in Rage of the Abyss. So we have Mermail King, Mermail Shadow, and some other ones too. So yeah, let me know if you guys played a strategy, how important this card is. What is it? Is it a 2 of, 3 of, 1 of? Let's take a look at the Ultimate Rare now. Looks like the Ultimate Rare is at 27 listings. Did I see a listing for $59? $64? Yeah, at this point, if I really wanted to pick this card up, I would just go in on the Ultimate Rare since it's the highest rarity, because it's basically the price point of the Ultra Rare. 64, 64, 67, 68, 99, 70. So like between $60 and $70. And then the Ultra Rare is between that price point too. Yeah, I would just come in and get the Ultimate Rare. You guys decide what you guys want to do. But yeah, let me know some more information about Mermails down below. Seventh Ascension looks like it came down a little bit of price. We talked about this card a couple of weeks ago, how it's being used in the Riso strategy. We had this card as cheap as like $4 or $5. It bounced up to like the $17 price point. Right now we have it coming down a little bit. We have one listing at $12.62 and then other listings at like $15-ish. If you're at your locals and do plan on playing Riso later on, I would try to trade for this. Maybe cop them around like $15, $14 if you can. Maybe you could get a deal from like a friend or something. Because I do see this card pushing up later on too. Riso is doing really well in the OCG, and I expect it to do well over here in the TCG. I could be wrong, but that based on OCG info, you know, it's doing good. It's doing good. Abyss Shark, we have 45 listings. I know I saw this card push up in price. Currently at $10.75, $10, $11.45, $11.48, $11.75, $11.78, and $11.97. So pushing up to the $12 price point. I know we have some new water support that just came out, and I think some more water support and shark support that was just announced. So I could see this card continuing to go up in price. Only has one printing, Legendary Duelist, Duels from the Deep. It's an ultra rare and it's a really good extender and lets you add. So that's why I see this card pushing up even higher. We'll see how it goes. I still have hope for Abyss Shark. I do have a couple playsets of it that I invested in when we were talking about them around the $6 to $7 price point. So yeah, I'm hoping they reach like the 20-25. We'll see. Memento Anguish. Mementos are still continuing to do good in the meta, to keep up with the meta. I wouldn't say they're a meta deck, but they're, you know, one of those decks that could keep up. 59 listings. We have Anguish right now at $15, $14.77, $16.50, $16.99, $17.30, $17.95, and $17.99. So it did come down in price a little bit. I think it was reaching like a high price point of like $27-ish. So it's down now. If you guys want to maybe go in on some of these and we're planning to pick up the deck, I actually sold mine around like the $27 price point. I bought mine around $7. So I have been considering picking it up again, just because I do miss the strategy and I was having fun with it. But we are about to we decided to switch on to Marensa. So yeah, sometimes I miss it though. Do you guys ever get that where you just kind of like what do you call it, when you guys ever just like miss a deck and sold it? On to the next card. We're not gonna go reminisce on mementos right now. Bystial Saronir. Looks like Bystial Saronir, I think it's going up in price. We have two printings for Bystial Saronir. The highest I seen the prismatic Seeker was around like $5-ish. Looks like it's still $5.40, $5.43, $5.59. And then a couple copies at $4.46, $4.48, $4.50. So we'll see what price point it hits. It's one of the main Bystials that you do use in branded, so that's what makes me come look at it from time to time. People tend to use Druid Swarm and Magnamut as their Bystials for like to go against like Fiendsmith and stuff like that, or to put in the side deck. But Bystial Saronir is one of those staples that is used in branded, so that's why I come take a look at it and just, you know, want to see how it's doing compared to other Bystials, because other Bystials are, well, Druid Swarm is a more expensive one. And we took a look at Baldrake last week. It was reaching the $2 to $3 price point. 44 listings for the super rare from Darkwing Blast, and looks like this one's also at like $4-ish. So not too much of a price increase, but the graph does show it has been increasing over time. So something to make a note of. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at another Bystial, the Bystial Lobelion. Looks like we have 97 listings for the Prismatic Seeker Rare, and then we have 26 listings for the Seeker Rare from Darkwing Blast. Let's take a look at the Prismatic Seeker Rare first. What would you consider the higher rarity though? Prismatic or Seeker Rare or regular Seeker Rare? Let me know down below. I would think Prismatic, but looks like the Bystial Lobelion was sitting around like $10 back in August. Right now it's been pushing up in price. Right, we have it at $14.63, $14.66, $14.79, $14.95, and then $14 right here at the bottom of the first page. So it has been increasing in price. What strategy is using it besides maybe branded? Let me know down below. I can't really think of anything that's using it. I know Dragon Link sometimes uses Bystials or something like that, but I can't really think of what deck would make it go up. This one has been going up too. Was around like $11 back in August, and right now we currently have it at $18.99, $22.99, $23, $25.99. This one's almost reaching $30 price point. That is crazy. Yeah, just go pick up the prismatic secret. I think it's the higher rarity, and it's cheaper at the moment. So if you guys do need the Bystial Lebellion, go for this one. We have Swordsell Supreme Sovereign, so we did get some new Tenny support, and I kind of forgot until someone commented on my, I'm sorry if I forgot your name, we did have a viewer comment on my video saying that, you know, I kind of forgot that Swordsell was used with Tennies back then, and he reminded me of that. So it made me want to come take a look at some Swordsell cards. 65 listings for Swordsell Supreme Sovereign, Cheng Ying. And this is from Magnificent Mavens. We have this at 385, 390, 439, 442, 449, 490, 494, 369. So it hasn't gone up too much. Could it go up later on? Possibly. We do have the ultra rare from Burst of Destiny at 31 listings, but you could pick up the Magnificent Mavens for a little bit cheaper. This one from Burst of Destiny is currently sitting at 650, 683, 647. 689, so like reaching the $7 price point. Do I have another Swordsell card in here I want to take a look at? I don't. We have Boxia, because I noticed Boxia was going up in price too. So we'll revisit some Swordsell cards right now, but I want to take a look at Boxia before I get into that. Boxia, the Brightness of Yang Zing. This card I think is limited, right? Or is it at 3? I can't remember. But it is at 26 listings. It had a market price of $13.28, and right now we have it kind of pushing above that market price. We have a couple copies at $15.80 and $15. Then they push up to the $20 price point, $22.49, $22.95, and then $24. I think this is because of people coming in and buying cards related to like Tenny and Swordsell, and just picking them up before you know, that Tenny support comes out probably sometime next year. I know Boxia has another printing. It can't be only an Ultimate Rare. So for my budget players, I think you have an option to go buy Boxia at a cheaper price point. You don't have to pay $20. Yeah, we have Secret Rares at 76 listings. We have some more Secret Rares right here. Yeah, we have plenty of copies of Boxia if you guys do need it. But the Ultimate Rare is technically the highest rarity, so that's the one I think that's going to probably increase in price the most. OTS 26 just came out a couple of days ago, and so we got low reprinted there as the Ultimate Rare. We kind of already expected it. I kind of forgot we were getting low in it, but it looks like the quarter century Secret Rare version of low, which is technically still the higher rarity above the Ultimate Rare, is at 22 listings, and we have it at $64.36, $68, $68. $79.9, $70.56, $72.94, and then $72.95. Let's take a look at how low is doing for its other its other version, the Secret Rare. So we have, let's see, we have low at 70 listings. This is had a high price point of like $30. Right now we have it coming back down to $17, $18.53, $16.93, $18.97, and then $17.98 at the bottom of the first page. So under $20. Do we have the Ultimate Rare listing already? Looks like we have one Ultimate Rare listing at $70 right now. Have we had sales? We have not had sales yet. So when did this come out again? I could have sworn this came out like a couple of days ago. I saw some OTS stores posting we have this for today's event, unless they posted it early. My mistake. We had 22 listings for the Quarter Century Secret Rare. It's technically still the highest rarity. Let me know how you guys feel about this Quarter Century Secret Rare. If you guys could see it continuing to possibly go up in price because, you know, there's no other higher rarity other than this, or is it going to come down because of the Ultimate Rare that just came out in the OTS 26 set? We have Secret 6 Samurai Hatsume. Just got some new support in Rage of the Abyss for 6 Samurai. So cards around 6 Samurais are going up. We took a look at, I think, was it the one with the H the other day? Kizano? Was it Kizano we took a look at? I don't remember. But today we're going to be taking a look at Hatsume from a secret rare from Spirit Warriors. Only has one printing, was sitting around like the $7 to $8 price point, and right now we have it pushing up. 18 listings available. We have our cheapest listing being an Italian at $14.99, then going up to $17, $20, $20, $20, $20, $21.99. In my opinion, this will be a good time to sell these if you do have some, because it's hyped up again because of the new support that just came out. It'll probably come back down later on. Welcome Labyrinth has how many printings available? 3 printings. I could have sworn this came in like an ultimate rare or something like that. Let me take a look at it. Welcome Labyrinth. No. Okay, so yeah, Welcome Labyrinth has 1 printing, 2 printings, 3, 4. It actually has 4 printings, but I noticed that like for it being from like the 10s or from like Battles of Legend, they're all like under 100 listings. Like if you take a look at like Big Welcome Labyrinth from Photon Hypernova and Big Welcome Labyrinth from the 10s, these have like 87 listings, 90 listings, and then Welcome Labyrinth is only at 34 listings from the 10s and only at 46 listings from Battles of Legend. And from Tactical Masters, there's only 33 listings. So that's just something I wanted to make note of. When I'm looking at the market, I don't just look at prices. I take a look at like listings and kind of try to, see why some of these are lower on listings than others. But yeah, this one is one that caught my attention since it is still from the same set as this one right here. So this one's at 87 listings. This one at 34 listings. Something to just keep an eye out for. It could possibly maybe go up in price. $3, $4, $3, $4, $3, $4. They're all copies of this. All affordable copies of this are sitting around the $4 price point still. But maybe as they get even lower, they could possibly go up in price. Just something to keep an eye out for. Pressure Planet Right Soft looks like it is going up in price. Why? Haven't really seen Cashier do too much in the format since like last format, but we do have it going up in price. We had it at $9, and right now we have 23 listings for Pressure Planet Rise of the Quarter Century Secret Rare, $14.67, $18.94, and then $20.50, $20, $22, $23.90, and then $23.95. If there's a Cashier deck out there that topped, let me know down below. Otherwise, it's just because it's the highest rarity Pressure Planet Risa, that's why it's going up in price. That's the only reason I could think of it going up in price. We have some new Gem Knight support that was announced a couple of days ago, and so I wanted to take a look at some Gem Knights. And we did have some Orcust support also announced a couple of days ago, which we'll look at in a bit. Let me just get that page ready. I was looking at Heart of Horse for some reason. But yeah, we have some new Gem Knight support, and it looks like a lot of the Gem Knights from like the dual terminals. I mean, to be fair, dual terminals always kind of been pricey, so a lot of these dual terminals are going to be low on listings and up in price. But it looks like this Gem Knight Lady Brilliant Diamond is at 7 listings. What was it at? This is one that catches my attention because it's an ultra and not a dual terminal. Was sitting around like $7-ish, and right now we have it pushing up to $21.50, $25, $25, $30, and $33.95. So it would be a good time to get rid of these if you guys do have some, because of the Gem Knight support hype that's going on. Only has 1 printing too. What else should we take a look at? I'm gonna skip on a lot of dual terminals because, like I said, they've all been like up in price and low on listings because they're dual terminal. What else catching my attention that's like low on listings? Maybe the Shatterfoil. Let's take a look at the Shatterfoil. Gem Knight Master Diamond. It's a Shatterfoil, not a dual terminal. But looks like it's at 28 listings, 137, 149, 154, 165. So it's starting to reach the $2 price point. Not too much of a price increase. I guess that one is one of the ones that has been up in price. We only have 8 listings for this one, but it is dual terminal too, so not really too surprised about why it's low on listings. This common Gem Knight Master Diamond is at 21 listings, starting to reach the $1 price point. So maybe you have some in bulk. You guys could go look at that. But it also comes as a secret rare right here. We have a Gem Knight Master Diamond coming from Hidden Arsenal 7. Knight of Stars is secret rare, 42 listings. Looks like it didn't go up in price. I just saw a little spike. 150, 150, 167, 199, 229, 238. So trying to push up past the $2 price point. And this card has been around like the $1.30, $1.20, $1.50 price point. So I guess we do have it increasing a little bit, but not too much. And see what else do we have? Do we have Shadow Foil, Gem Knight, Lucio? These are starting to reach $1. Looks like everything in the Gem Knight department is starting to reach the $1 price point. Nothing's like super cheap. We do have Gem Knight Fusion. I think this is reaching $1 too. 48 listings. Looks like it did start to go up in price. What's that? 50 cents. Right now we have it trying to reach the $1 price point. $1.42, $1.45. But yeah, everything's kind of cheap except for Gem Knight Lady Brilliant Diamond. But yeah, I would go take a look at your bulk, see if you guys maybe have some Gem Knights. I know I have a couple of these Gem Knights somewhere in my binder because I did buy a collection. It came with a lot of Gem Knight stuff. I just never really paid attention to it. So I'm gonna go take a look and see what I could sell off while the hype is up. And last cards we're gonna be taking a look at is the Orcust cards. We just got 2 new Link monsters, a Link 1, I think a Link 4. We're gonna be taking a look at Harp Horror first, and it says it's getting a buyout. I remember the other day there was only 2 listings. It was me and this other person. I tried to sell it for 150, but it didn't sell. Looks like it came down. We have a couple listings at 140, 140, 140, and then 150, and there I am right there at 152, and then $200. What sales do we have it at? We did have sales at 73, 68, 73, 72. So no sales at above the $100 price point. Looks like no one is biting, but we'll see. Maybe someone will. I'll probably drop mine to like 135 and see if someone bites there. But yeah, Orcust Harp Horror was a card that was sitting around like the $30 price point. If you guys picked them up in July at the $30 price point, you guys are winning right now because they're basically selling for double. And we'll see if they go past the $100 price point later on. Orcust Harp Horror does have like 3 other printings available. So I wouldn't worry about picking up the Core Century Seeker. If you do want just access to like a cheap Orcust package, there's a ultra rare, there's a super rare as well. And yeah, Galatea, 17 listings. Looks like we have it at right now $50.99 being the cheapest, and $60.76. We have $74.99 right here for some French version. If you guys want to buy some from me, I do have 2 French. And then we have, let's see, $73.99, $69, $70. Looks like it's between like $60 and $70 for Ultimate Rare Galatea, which is technically the highest rarity available for Galatea. Let me know how you guys feel about this card, and if you guys think it's gonna continue to go up in price or come back down. Then Gears to Ultimate Rare, 32 listings. Looks like it's sitting around like the $17, $18 price point. Gears to the Orcust Mech Knight is actually one we talked about a couple weeks ago when we kind of knew that Orcust was getting support. We did get announced Orcust was getting support, but we didn't know what the support was. And now that we have those 2 new Link monsters, this card has started to go up. But we did talk about it a couple weeks ago and saying it was a good pickup. I think it was around like the $5 to $6 price point for this Secret Rare. Now we have 18 listings available. It looks like we have it at $11.23, $11.27, $14.99, $16.03, and jumping up to the $20 price point, $21, $22.50 right there on the first page. Where's my listing? Did I not list them? I could have sworn I listed them. I don't see my listing on here. Oh, damn. Did I miss out? Or did they sell? I think they sold, actually. They might have sold today. Yeah, they might have sold today. But if you guys don't want to pick up the Secret Rare, we do have Ultra Rares available, which will probably, go up to the closer we get to the Orcust support. 129 listings. These are currently at 50 cents, 54 cents, 58 cents, 69 cents, so under $1. But I could see them pushing up to $2 to $3, depending on how high this one gets and how good Orcust does once that support comes out here in the TCG. Do we have anything else going up in price for the Orcust, or is that it? Go back. Ding Gears to the Orcust. Getting Gears to the Orcust of the Evening Star, Core Century Secret, technically the highest rarity in my opinion. 22 listings. This card was sitting around like $7-ish, $8-ish, And right now we have it kind of pushing up. We have $15.95, $15.99, $16, $18.89, $17.99, and then $18.69 right here on the first page. So it did go up in price, basically doubled. Orcust hype is gonna be real for the next couple of weeks. It'll probably take like a couple about a month for it to come down if you guys want to come pick up later on. But yeah, I think that's it for the Orcust department. Anything else that catches my attention? Probably Orcust Nightmare, but Orcust Nightmare does have a cheaper printing. I think it's a common. So we have it as coming as a common from Savage Strike, and then the super rare is at 23 listings, which is above, kind of low, and it's above its market price. The market price we have is 166, but we have the most recent sale being at 461, and we have our cheapest listing at like $4-ish. So this one looks like it's going up in price too. 475, 497, 499. $5. So something to keep an eye out for. But like I said, if you just want to stay budget and want access to it, there is a common version available. That's going to be it for today's Market Watch, though. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return a Chance. If you guys have any cards you want me to look at on the next Market Watch, please comment down below. I always appreciate the support, the comments, the feedback, and the info. This is Ricky572, and we'll see you guys next time.